Have you ever needed to ask a company for a price or maybe a university for course details and you just worried about sounding professional in English? You know, getting that first impression right is absolutely crucial. Well, in this explainer, we're going to break down exactly how to write the perfect formal letter of inquiry.
So, let's just get straight to the heart of it. How do you professionally ask for information in English? This is a skill that can open doors, start really important conversations, and get you exactly what you need without any awkward misunderstandings.
Okay, first things first, why does this even matter? Well, because this isn't just about writing an email. It's a fundamental skill for navigating the professional world. Whether you're in business or in school, you are going to need to do this, and you're going to need to do it well.
I mean, just think about it for a second. You might need to ask about some new software, or get a price quote for your team, or maybe even explore a partnership. In every single one of these situations, how you ask is just as important as what you're asking. That first impression, it's everything.
So, what's the secret sauce here? Well, luckily, it's not complicated at all. There's actually a pretty simple blueprint for success, and it's built on 4 golden rules that will guarantee your letter gets the attention and, more importantly, the response it deserves.
These are your 4 pillars. Your letter absolutely has to be polite, because, respect goes a long, long way. It needs to be clear, so there's zero confusion about what you're asking for. It's got to be concise. Let's be real, nobody has time to read a novel. And finally, it must be professional, because you're building a relationship from that very first word.
All right, let's get into it. We're going to start building our letter piece by piece, right from the very top. A strong structure is what holds the whole thing together and makes your request super easy for them to understand and act on.
So we're going to focus on 3 key parts to get us started. The subject line, which is basically your email's headline, the salutation, which sets that formal, respectful tone, and the opening statement where you just get straight to the point.
The subject line is so crucial. It has to be short, direct, and really informative. Just look at these examples. See how they immediately tell the person what the email is about? There's no guesswork, which means it's way more likely to be opened and read quickly.
Then you've got your opening line. You want to jump right in with a super clear statement of purpose. Phrases like, I am writing to inquire about, or we are interested in, are absolutely perfect. They're professional, they're direct, and they set a clear agenda for the rest of your message.
And now we get to the most important part of your letter, the questions themselves. This is where we can really elevate our writing from just being okay to being truly effective and professional. This, my friends, is your secret weapon.
Okay, just look at the contrast on this slide. On the left, you've got these really direct questions. They feel a little demanding, right? What is the price? But then look at the right. We have the polite, indirect version. Could you let me know what the price is? The difference in tone is huge. It feels collaborative, not demanding.
So how do you get that polite tone? Well, believe it or not, there's one simple grammar rule you need to remember. If you get this right, you'll sound like a total pro every single time. And it's way easier than you think.
So, here's the magic trick. After your polite opening phrase, you have to use standard statement word order, not question word order. So it's not, could you tell me what is the price? No, it's could you tell me what the price is? See that? The verb just moves after the subject. It's a tiny little shift, but oh my gosh, it makes all the difference. And here is your toolkit. Seriously, keep these phrases handy. They are your go-to starters for framing any question in a polite, professional way. Just think of them as templates you can grab and adapt for any situation, whether you're asking about prices, dates, or details.
Okay, we've built the body of our letter, and now it's time to land the plane smoothly. A professional closing is every bit as important as a strong opening. It leaves that lasting positive impression and encourages a quick reply. It's really just a simple 2-step process. First, you have a closing line that signals you're waiting for their response. And second, a respectful sign-off that formally ends the whole conversation.
You really can't go wrong with any of these closing lines. They all work perfectly. They're polite, professional, and they show you're grateful for the reader's time and help. I look forward to hearing from you. Is a classic for a reason. It's just clear and effective.
And for the final sign-off, well, the traditional rule is yours sincerely, if you know their name, and yours faithfully, if you don't. But honestly, in modern business, kind regards or best regards are your best friends. They're safe, professional, and friendly choices for almost any situation.
All right, theory is great, but let's see how this all actually comes together in practice. We're going to deconstruct a full sample email to see every single one of these rules applied perfectly. Let's dive in. So, look at how this builds.
The letter starts exactly as we discussed, a really clear opening statement like, I am writing to inquire about, and then it's followed by a little bit of helpful context. The reader immediately knows who is writing and why. No time wasted.
And here we go. This is the core of the letter. Just notice how every single request is framed as one of those polite, indirect questions we talked about. Could you please let me know? I would also like to know. Could you tell me? I mean, this is a masterclass in polite inquiry. This example just nails it. It's polite, it's crystal clear about the information needed, it totally respects the reader's time by being concise, and that overall tone is perfectly professional. A letter like this is pretty much guaranteed to get a quick and helpful response.
So now you have the blueprint, you have the tools, and you have a perfect example to follow. The only question left is, what information are you going to go out and get? It's your turn. Go ahead and ask.